And life didn't get any easier for Vincenzo.
How can anything be worse than this?
Yeah.
What happened next?
Imagine, this terrible thing, and you return home, and everything and everybody is gone.
Finding your roots reveals powerful ancestry stories, but sometimes the past has a sense of humor. From odd surprises to laugh-out-loud moments, these are the funniest twists ever uncovered on the show. Number 10. Terry Gross's blink-and-you-miss-it teaching career. For almost 50 years, Terry Gross has served as a shining light of thoughtful inquiry on public radio. As the voice behind NPR's Fresh Air, her composed, steady tone has guided conversations with presidents, creatives, and intellectuals, effortlessly uncovering profound insights. She practically embodies poise and professionalism. That's exactly why the tale of her first official job is so unexpectedly charming. Long before she became a radio legend, Gross chose to pursue a path in education. She walked into a middle school classroom in Buffalo, New York, eager to influence young students. Her teaching stint? Just 6 short weeks. Dismissed. That's right, Terry Gross was let go, openly admitting she couldn't manage a classroom full of energetic adolescents. One can only picture the unruliness that followed. It's a funny contrast to the woman who now captivates millions using nothing but her words. Ultimately, the school district lost a teacher, but the world of radio, and all of us, gained an icon. Number 9. Richard Kind, the man who thought himself into brilliance. Few guests have ridden such an emotional wave as the ever-expressive actor Richard Kind. His exploration led him into some of the darkest chapters of his ancestry, including the grim discovery of a murdered forebear. Yet just as the mood grew heavy, the narrative shifted. His heritage revealed a lineage filled with respected Jewish rabbis and venerated scholars. As the revelations stacked up, you could almost watch Richard mentally connecting the dots. He perked up, a wide grin stretching across his face, and with the swagger of someone suddenly feeling quite brainy, he delivered a pitch-perfect analogy.
Right, and evidently it was a family business because it got passed down.
Big time.
Yes.
Granted, he did confuse his Wizard of Oz characters. It was the Scarecrow who longed for intellect, not the Tin Man, Richard. But his excitement was downright contagious. It was a heartwarming and hilarious scene, a man reveling in the thought that perhaps, just maybe, a spark of that ancestral brilliance had found its way to him. Number 8. Discovering humor. Amid the Shadows, Audrey Macdonald. Delving into African-American heritage on Finding Your Roots frequently means facing the harsh and painful history of slavery. When Broadway legend Audrey Macdonald met with Dr. Gates, she was deeply moved, contemplating the incredible strength shown by her enslaved ancestors. The moment was filled with solemnity and deep reverence. Yet amid that weightiness, Dr. Gates brought a moment of honest, shared humor that was both sincere and amusing. Audrey's heartfelt, freeing laughter highlights how humor can unite us, even when confronting the darkest chapters of our past. It was a fleeting, beautiful exchange where two individuals recognized a difficult truth and shared a warm smile through their shared humanity. Number 7. Ava DuVernay's unexpected filmmaking twist. Ava DuVernay stands out as one of today's most influential narrators, a director whose impactful films, ranging from Selma to 13th, have become foundational to contemporary Black cinema. So, picture her astonishment upon learning that her great-great-great-grandfather was a Caucasian slaveholder in Haiti. The coincidence was almost too ironic, something Dr. Gates couldn't help but highlight. However, the funniest moment arrived afterward.
Can you read the percent?
I'm black!
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Following this surprising discovery, Ava enthusiastically underwent a DNA analysis. When the findings revealed she was 57% of African descent, her response was an overwhelming burst of genuine, unfiltered happiness. It wasn't merely amusement. It was a victorious, side-splitting, and profoundly heartfelt cry of validation. Number 6. Bill Hader's story of two extremes. Bill Hader has built his career portraying charmingly nervous, adorably awkward roles. He describes himself as a quiet individual who's terrified of driving on the Los Angeles freeway. Now, let's introduce his great-grandfather, Arthur. During the First World War, Arthur displayed remarkable courage by enlisting, and when he was stationed away from the front lines, he did something unexpected. He went absent without leave, not to escape, but to head straight into battle. Learning about his ancestors' fearless bravado left the gentle comedian completely stunned and humorously impressed.
Well, your father says that when he was a child, he was Arthur's seeing eye dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he would pick Arthur up and accompany him to the pub.
Wow.
This became a perfect moment of comedic humility, as Bill Hader, a major comedy figure, found it hard to believe he was connected to someone so traditionally rugged. It really proves that sometimes children can be very different from their parents. Number 5. Laura Linney's surprising criminal ancestry. When celebrities participate in finding your roots, they often wish to uncover connections to nobility or heroic figures. However, the graceful and celebrated actress Laura Linney found an entirely different kind of ancestral surprise. With joyful enthusiasm, she discovered that her 5th great-grandfather wasn't a patriot or statesman, but rather a convicted criminal, sentenced in London for handling stolen goods and exiled to the American colonies. So, what was his serious offense? Holding onto a cache of pilfered iron hoops used for buckets. When the magistrate inquired if he had any defense, his answer was as memorable as the crime itself. He candidly admitted, "I own I had the goods."
Who was your 5th great-grandfather,
Holy
your
mackerel.
great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Wow.
Deep roots.
Yeah, I'm American.
Yeah.
I'm American.
Laura Linney's amused reaction to uncovering her family's mischievous past remains one of the most delightful and humorous highlights of the series. Number 4. Paul Rudd's unexpectedly tight-knit ancestry. Paul Rudd, known widely as one of Hollywood's most enduring and beloved actors, arrived on the show carrying with him an intriguing family story that sounded almost too unbelievable to be true. For years, he had been aware of a peculiar rumor whispered among relatives that his parents, who had been childhood acquaintances and lifelong friends, might actually be related by blood in a closer way than anyone had realized. This wasn't just idle gossip, it was a mystery that had lingered in family conversations without any solid proof, until now. When the program dove into his genealogy, it didn't simply confirm the hearsay, it laid out the facts with remarkable clarity. Paul's mother and father were, in fact, second cousins. They shared the same great-grandparents, tying their family trees together much more tightly than Paul had ever imagined. This revelation was a surprise not only to him, but also to the audience watching, as it shed light on the complex and sometimes unexpected ways families grow and intertwine over generations. Ever the quick-witted comedian, Paul responded to the startling news with humor. He effortlessly crafted the perfect awkward joke, easing any tension and reminding everyone why his charm is as much a part of his persona as his acting talent. His ability to find levity in such a personal discovery is a testament to his relatable and down-to-earth nature. Paul's funny description of his family tree as more of a telephone pole, implying it was tall, narrow, and perhaps a bit tangled, resonated deeply with fans. This humorous take on a potentially sensitive topic is part of why people adore him, not just as a performer, but as a genuine, approachable person. The story is both shocking and heartwarming, showing that even in the most famous families, there are surprises waiting to be uncovered, and sometimes, those surprises bring laughter along with them. Number 3. Nathan Lane's delightful journey into his Irish past. Nathan Lane, the celebrated actor and Broadway legend known for his razor-sharp wit and vibrant stage presence, brought all his trademark charm to the search for his roots. A natural-born storyteller with a flair for the dramatic, Lane approached his family history with the same energy and humor that have made him a beloved figure in American theater and film. Uncovering Irish ancestry is often a daunting task. Historical records are frequently incomplete, inconsistent, or lost entirely, especially for families that emigrated during times of hardship. That's why it was such a remarkable moment when researchers on the show managed to locate the 1835 marriage certificate of Lane's great-great-grandparents, a rare and precious piece of his family puzzle. For many guests on Finding Your Roots, such discoveries are the emotional centerpiece of their journey. But for Nathan Lane, the real magic lay in the margins. Rather than focusing solely on the married couple, he zeroed in on 2 unexpected names, the witnesses who signed the document. To anyone else, they might seem like minor historical footnotes, but to Lane, they were an open invitation to create.
His imagination lit up with possibilities, and he began weaving a hilarious, completely fictional narrative about these two anonymous men, turning dry names on a page into colorful characters in a story only he could tell. This spontaneous burst of creativity wasn't just a comedic bit, it was a perfect reflection of who Nathan Lane is. His instinct to find humor in the overlooked and ordinary, to breathe life and personality into the forgotten corners of history, reveals the heart of a true performer. It's moments like these that remind us that family history isn't just about names and dates. It's about interpretation, connection, and the joy of storytelling. In Lane's hands, even a centuries-old marriage record becomes a stage for laughter, wonder, and imagination. Number 2. The unbelievable celebrity relative of Jimmy Kimmel. At last, we reach the revelation that went viral online. Throughout the years, Finding Your Roots has linked numerous stars as distant relatives. Yet nobody, absolutely nobody, anticipated this particular match. When Dr. Gates informed late-night comedian Jimmy Kimmel that he shared genetics with another well-known guest, Kimmel's thoughts instantly went to the most unexpected place. No, not Hitler. The reality was much stranger. Jimmy Kimmel, the master of late-night comedy, is related to Martha Stewart, the icon of domestic excellence. The sheer, genuine surprise and joy on Kimmel's expression became legendary television material. It's the ultimate quirky duo connection, a family joke decades in the making, and it perfectly captures the essence of Finding Your Roots, a series where exploring our ancestry uncovers the most meaningful and amusing truths about ourselves. Number 1. Seth Meyers, Unveiling Tronsky, a comedian's exploration of his family heritage. The name Seth Meyers reveals a lot about a person. It acts like a link to history, preserving the memory of our ancestors. For comedian Seth Meyers, exploring his genealogy revealed an unexpected twist about the surname he has carried his entire life.
When did you realize you were funny?
So it was probably around 8, 9 years old that I thought I might have a sense of humor worth bringing out to the world.
It turns out his great-grandfather, Morris, who moved to America from Lithuania when he was 15, altered his last name, probably to blend in more easily. This suggests there exists an alternate reality where everyone knows Seth Meyers as Seth Tronsky. Undeniably, this surname change would have given his late-night talk show a completely different atmosphere. If you enjoyed this video and found it insightful, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel.